Hey flower friends, it's Madonna from Eastside Flower Farm, Los Angeles, California, Zone 9. I have been making wreaths all day out of my willow branches. So I am gonna show you how you can do a wreath if you like doing wreaths. I have a whole bucket I have cut from my Thuja arborvitae, green giant, little giant, big giant, giant Thuja. This afternoon, so I'm going to make a couple wreaths. And I grow willow trees just for cutting and making wreaths out of. So I was going to quickly show you how to do the wreath. And I know lots of you are great crafters, and you know a lot of you have to go and buy them from craft stores. But if you have a willow tree or a friend of yours has a willow tree, I'm going to show you how you can do them by yourself. Okay, so this one I use 1, 2, 3, 4. I usually use between 6 and 7 branches. So I have already cut a few. I've been making them, so I have a few left. And I'm actually gonna, which I don't normally, but I have a few curly willow branches that I'm gonna mix with it this time. And so let's see how it goes. So first, you want to have, a good length of willow branch. Pluck all the leaves off. So the leaves are really easy. If they have leaves, you just start from the top and you just go down to the bottom and it comes off really easy. So with your willow, you want to pick them when they're green. You don't green stems, so they're much more pliable. And like the thick stem, if you warm them up a little bit, just rub them, you'll be able to manipulate them a little easier. They're not so tough. So sometimes you have to do that, and because you don't want them to break. But if they're dark, like they're black, they're not going to do so well. So you want to get kind of like green switches. So I'm going to start with this one. Here we go. So I'm just going to kind of start making a loop. And this, you're going to maneuver it. And when you first do it, it's going to look terrible at first, like everything. It's like you got to get your flow going and get more on there. So you can kind of guess. Some people I know have taken a ruler and they'll lay it down and they'll, form it and go, okay, I want 10 inches, 12 inches. I just kind of eyeball it. And so, right here, just warm it up. You can get it to bend a little bit more. So you're just going to twist, twist, twist. And I will actually do this backwards for you here in a minute. So you're just going to twist the branch, and then the stem will poke out. It's okay. So as you're doing that, kind of manipulate it a little bit and kind of get your form going. Okay, so then we're gonna go second branch. This is a really thin one. They actually should be, like a little bit bigger, like probably your pinky. They should be a little bit of thickness on them. So here I am. Here's the first one out. Now I'm going to take the second one and stick it, probably 6 inches farther away from the first one. So I'm going to go behind it. So I'm going to go behind it. Leave it just a little bit of a lip there. And so I'm going to go inside, out, pick it up, twist it, pick it up, pull it in, go out, pull in, go out. So I'm just twisting it around. And, I like it when the ends have kind of a few little sprigs. I don't ever clean them up. I just keep twisting them, because they'll all stick out. You can let them. And this one, if it's long enough, if you can, twist it, see if it will twist back under, you can. This one, I'll have one more twist right there. So again, kind of bend, because you're looking for a circle. Okay, so we're going to take the next one. And it happens to be little curly willow. So again, you're going to stick it behind. You're going to leave a little tip of the branch out. You stick it behind. So you have the solid in front of you. Stick behind it, and then you're just going to flip it, pull it through. Every once in a while, if it's not really green, it's dried a little bit, it will snap. So you'll have to take that one off. But keep twisting it, in and out. Just keep making the loop around You know, with these, you can kind of go behind them because we're going to trim those up. And they don't have to be really tight. You know, you can loop them out quite a bit. And then when it gets to this, you can leave this out, or you can tuck it in between the other one. So this one's totally cattywampus, so I'm just going to kind of manipulate it a little bit here. You know, we kind of want to get the circle there. This one can be flipped back under. You know, it's all about you're just working the branches, So this part's thick. I'm gonna see if this part will go actually behind this. Okay, so we're gonna take another branch. And this one I have not cut. I'm gonna leave it. So again, I'm gonna go behind, and I'm gonna come up and bring it in. Just spin it underneath, flip out, underneath, flip out. So here's my third branch. This is kind of fun actually, because at first it doesn't really look like anything. It looks like, oh, that looks terrible. But then as you go along, this is really thick right here, so I'm just gonna keep manipulating it. Keep manipulating it. Okay, so then we're gonna go another one. Like I said, I like 5 or 6, but you want to space them out. So these two are close. This one I'm gonna bring out to about right here, and this one might be a little too firm at first. You know, I think I'm gonna stick it out because I'm gonna cut that off. So pull it in and around. You're going to pull in toward you. Like I said, you don't want to go really tight, like really small little loops. You want to, you know, spread them out. It's okay, because you're just really trying to build the bulk of the base. So, I have a little Kit Kat in here chasing a fly or something. So the end, I kind of just stuck it through. Okay, again, this is really thick right here, so I'm just going to keep working it. And then I'm going to see, you know, before we end, I'm going to end up sticking this through, and then I'll cut it off. So just kind of work your frame. If you can stick it in somewhere, you know, go ahead and do that. If you can't, just leave them. I'm going to leave those. Okay, so you can see how it's kind of picking up. I have the stem bases 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to pick up another one. Kids having a great time. We're going to spread it out a little bit. I'm going to start right here. So then again, it's sticking out. Don't worry about it if it's sticking out, because we're going to cut it off. So I don't know if I can get these two through here. Wow. All right. Bring up and around. I didn't want to cut one of them off. I wanted to kind of double it up. So we just keep pulling them through. Same thing, instead of pulling one, you're just pulling 2. So keep looping it around, looping it out and in. And you know, if you want to leave a leaf on the end, go ahead and leave it. You know, they're just going to dry anyway. So here's what we're looking like. So I have one more branch here. So we have, I'm going to go probably about right here. This side's looking a little thin. So we're going to actually, I think I'm going to start about right here. Again, from the outside. See, outside. Here you go. Outside. And you're going to push up. That was awkward. And bring it in. And then once you do that, this side, this stick right here, this end's gonna stay. As soon as you flip this inside to attach it, the branches are gonna stay. So I would have liked to have had one more, but I don't. So it doesn't matter. But I did say, so this one, I'm just gonna stick it. I'm gonna stick it through the little loop just to kind of keep it, because I kind of like the little ends, they look cool. So here's what I have. And I use 6 branches. And you can make it as thick or as big or as small as you want. So here's kind of my circle now. Like I said, it gets better as you go. So when you first do it, you're like, I don't know, it gets all cattywampus. But then the more you put on it, the better it does. So then what I like to do is I go through these big stalks. I just clip them right off. You can leave them if you want to. You know, if you want to have something that sticks out and you want to put a decoration on there, you can. Let me see if this one will fold back one more time. I'm thinking, okay. So that one we actually got to tuck in a little bit. So, like I said, just manipulate it and work it and bend it and heat it up. Willow is really, if it's green, it's really easy to manipulate. So just keep working it. If you want to leave these little guys on, you can. I'm going to snip this one off because it's on the inside, but the ones on the outside, I don't mind those at all. You know, this one, I'm going to cut this one off right here because it's going to be up against the wall. But other than that, here is your willow wreath. And then you can start decorating it. So I had one that's thicker, all with the straight stems. Remember, you want them green so that you can manipulate them. And then this one I did with a regular willow and a curly willow. So it's got a little bit of texture on there. So go find a neighbor or go out to your willow tree and cut them and make your wreaths. Make the wreath form so that you can do your wreaths. All right, guys, thanks. Bye-bye.